Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you too. Okay, so let's start. Um, okay, so today, well, we already finished what it is the reading and the listening. Now we're gonna start with the not a difficult, but yeah, the it is a little tough depending on you. That is the speaking section. Okay, so you have to know that in the speaking section, it is divided in four questions. The speaking section is divided in four. The first question is it's called independent, and the other three are called integrated. Okay. So the TOEFL IBT speaking section is designed to measure your ability to speak English effectively in academic settings. It is composed for four tasks that I told you. Okay, so in this part, what you need to do is, as the name says, speak, is deliver. Okay, now the first one called independent is because it is related mainly to you. All the answers, all the things that you're gonna say is about you. Okay, it's about your own experience. So you have to identify or you have to mention personal experience. The other three we're going to see next week are called integrated speaking because you have to read, you have to listen, and then you need to speak. And this one, you only see the prompt, you have a short time to prepare, and then you start speaking. Okay. In this section, in this question, the question one, you have 15 seconds to prepare your answer mentally, and you need to speak for over 45 seconds only. Okay, this is the shortest. Only 45 seconds talking about your own experience. Okay, so what they check or what they believe is a good response is something that it is coherent, it is good grammatical, contains good grammatical structure, it has good vocabulary, it's well structured, and it contains few filler ideas like some of those. Okay, so 15 seconds is actually longer than you think, but it happens like 1 2 3 4 5 15. That's it. Okay, coherent because it is logical and relevant according to the topic they ask. Grammatical is the thing that you have learned, no grammar mistakes, and don't miss any point, things like that. So you need to be focusing. And good vocabulary is the one you express your ideas, the words that you use, etc. Okay, so at the time in this section is something that you need to do, and we could say that this one is the one that is not structured, but actually it is structured in a little form, but it is. Okay, now there are three pieces of advice that we have. For example, number one says use the preparation time to organize your thoughts and maybe jot down some notes. With 15 seconds, like like this, you won't have enough time to start writing a lot of things in there. So you might have only write two or three things that helps you understand the main idea that you want to say. Okay. So in those 15 seconds, only take notes. What are you going to say at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end for the conclusion only. The number two says that some people recommend that you don't learn or you don't memorize, better say, don't memorize templates. Okay, people say, why? Because when you are speaking and you try to remember exactly the template, you might get stuck. You know, like, yeah, I remember it says this. So unless you get used to, like you practice every day, like and it comes natural, go ahead. Okay, but that you need to practice a lot. Okay, to make it natural. In other way, you will sound like a memory, and you will lose some points because of that. Only because of that. Okay. And the third is says it is not necessary to organize your response into introduction, middle, and conclusion. It isn't. It's not that important, the introduction here, because introduction and conclusion are always optional. What I mean by this is saying that optional is that it doesn't have anything to say, like too many examples, like the body. In the body, you can find all the context, like the introduction is only set the context, and the body, you explain everything. So you might have a focus on the body. You have to get into it, right? So the thing is that you need to sound very natural, okay? And also, what you actually need is the connectors, the what? Yeah, some linking words, signal words, and those things that makes your phrases more accurate, okay, and obviously more logical, etc. Okay, so they focus on three things. There is the delivery, the language use, and the topic development. What's that? Delivery is your speech. No, it is fluid, it is clear, it has good pronunciation, the pace you're using, the volume, all how you said it, they're gonna be scoring. Okay, if they understand, it is understandable or not, all the things that intonation comes from, they are gonna be checking that. It's how you express, how do you deliver your response. Okay, everything on that, they check it. So you might practice, I don't know, in front of a mirror. No? Maybe it's a possibility. You can practice in front of a mirror. You can record yourself, and then you can check, like, okay, do I understand what I'm saying actually? Yes, no, so I can improve. The language use is mainly the grammar and all the vocabulary you have learned since you start learning English. Yeah, since how to use say the words, the structures, tenses, mainly the tenses, because you need to use the correct tense in the correct spot. So be careful with it. And the last is the topic development. If they ask, like, what do you prefer? Uh, what car do you prefer? What, I don't know, like a Mustang or a Lamborghini? What do you prefer? And then you explain things. You won't start talking about the motorbikes or food or any other things that are not related to cars, right? So in this part, the topic development is how you clear is your example related to the topic asked. So you had to focus on the one that they're asking, okay? By the way, hello, Tanya, Carla, Michelle, good afternoon.
Hi, Mr. Good evening.
Right, teacher.
Good evening. Then we have some other tips. These tips are helpful. If I ask you, how old are you? You will say, okay, I'm 15, or I'm 20, I'm 21. I don't know how old are you, but they say, I don't know if you do that when I say you don't ask the age of a woman. I don't know. But you could lie, you know? You can say, what do you prefer? Pizza or tacos? Okay, I prefer the tacos of my grandma because they are delicious and she sells tacos in front of a street. Da, 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 explain things. Okay. Even though the tacos of your grandma doesn't exist. Okay. They are not like going, okay, let's go for those tacos. No, they won't. So you can invent that place. Obviously, should be realistic. No, it should be like very realistic because that example, if you don't say like something realistic, also you are going to get confused by yourself. So be careful. It should be realistic and it should be accurate to the topic. Okay. The thing is that you had to be specific. If they ask what is your favorite food, or what do you prefer, pizza, tacos? Okay, I prefer Taco Bell. No, specifically, I don't know. I don't ever taste it. So they say that it's dry tortilla with something like. For us, like when especially for me as a Mexican, like tacos is our religion. I don't know for you. I guess so. Also, you love tacos. But yeah, Taco Bell is as an example. Just an example. So you should be very specific. Like the other time that I went to the tacos La Chonita, they offer me different types of tacos and different types of salsas, and I love them, all of them. And you are given a specific example, right? Tacos La Chonita is a very specific example. Again, it doesn't matter if it exists or not, okay? But you are saying a specific thing. Maybe you remember a place, you actually remember a place, but you don't remember the name of that place. Call it however you want. No, La Chonita, Doña Chayo, I don't know, whatever. And don't spend too much time because remember, you only have 45 seconds. The first 5 seconds, you only introduce your context. I love tacos, La Chonita. Boom. From that, you start explaining that example. This time I remember I went to this tacos. And the other day I went to the other tacos. I don't know. You go with that, but don't spend much time explaining something, explaining context, because the important part is how manage or how do you handle the examples in your speech. Okay. Again, practice. One good idea that I used to do is record your voice, send voicemails by WhatsApp. Those are easy. Just push and send it. Send your voicemails and start listening to them, and you will see, or you can find if you are pronouncing correctly or if you sound understandable, things like that, things that you can improve by yourself. Yeah, because you should be your own judge. Like say, okay, I don't understand anything in my voicemail, so I repeat it and again until I get something understandable, something profitable, so you can get better. Now, depending on how good you are at advanced words are the one you are going to use. For example, if you're not used to use advanced words, and then you start talking in your speech, and you start mentioning those words, and they are not related to the example, they don't connect correctly, they don't match, well, you lose points because it's not coherent. Okay, so it's like, okay, this one says likewise, but I don't know what likewise is. Okay, likewise, my mom is from Merida. Like, what? It's not related to the topic, and it's not well introduced, that comment. So you got some points lost. So you need to practice. You need to use those words to feel confident about how you are using them, instead of just pretending to and at the time you don't know. So it's time to practice and practice and use them and use them. Introduce it in your daily talking. Use them like a normal. Obviously, if you cannot use very difficult words, unless you use many of different, don't be repetitive, like however every time, because at the end the one who loses point is you. So it's important to get used to prepare your speech. You only have 15 seconds. Very quickly. Sounds like 1 2 3 4 5 15, that's it. But yeah, in my experience, it's not enough. No, it's 15 seconds is like this. So you don't have time to do anything. So for that, you need to be straight with your position, decide your position according to the question. Maybe you have a piece of paper, you write position, agree. Okay, reason, La Chonita, tacos something, that you have 2 examples, right? And then when you, with that, only with that, it's your position and the examples. When you start speaking, go. Introduce your position, like, I agree with this, da, da, da. I prefer going to eat in a restaurant than going in a street vendor, because these 2 mainly examples. The first one, La Chonita, is a place in the city that has a lot of history, and the flavor is amazing, da, 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 da. And in the other hand, in the other side of the town, they have another restaurant that isn't that and that. And boom, 45 seconds. Okay. But you didn't write a complete paragraph on your notes. You won't have time. Okay. So don't try to write complete sentences on, because actually, if you write long sentences, you would try like being like, and this and that, and this and that, trying to read it, because trying to fit that sentence into your speech, and maybe you will get stuck because of that. So that's why I tell you, you need to practice a lot. It's a lot of practice. So far, any questions? I don't see anybody. Why? Just Alejandra.
I have a question, but it's not for like the preparation part.
Tell me.
For example, what happened in, we have like 15 seconds to prepare a response, but 45 seconds to say it.
Mhm.
Did I have to complete exactly those 45 seconds, or it can be, I don't know, 40 or 43, or I don't know, maybe 47, something like that?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, it matters actually. It matters, but the complete time that I start recording, because you have to record your voice. I mean the exam records your voice. When it starts like from 45, beep, you listen to the sound, beep, and then it start counting down from 45 to 0. When you have complete your ideas, when you have already said everything according to the examples and everything, but you finish at the time that I don't know, 39 seconds. No? Maybe in that moment you can introduce a conclusion. So you can use those 6 seconds at the end. Only saying, and for those reasons, I prefer tacos. That's it. And you use the 6 seconds. Okay. But that is, again, only by practicing. But if you don't have idea how to finish, how to introduce a conclusion, and you finish till the 39 second, that's it. Don't say, I finish, or that's it, or I'm over. Don't say anything. Just be quiet, and you wait till the countdown clock finishes, and it will sound like beep again and moves on. It changes. The screen changes to the next task, and so on.
Okay, Professor, I don't lose points, like nothing like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to. Yeah, it doesn't matter. What it matters is if you didn't explain. The thing is that by 45 seconds, you know, it is a short time. If you use only, I don't know, 25 seconds, I don't know, I couldn't explain anything in 25 seconds. So maybe your lack of or examples and those things. So in that case, you didn't explain correctly. You didn't give enough examples or details about your example. In that case, yes, you will lose points. But because of you didn't complete or you didn't achieve the information, we can say, okay, but not because of the time. Even though if you finish till the 30 with 30 seconds, but you explain correctly because you speak very fast, like, and you explain 2 examples and everything, you explain detailed experience, and you finish in 30 seconds, perfect, you stay quiet, and wait to the end, and let's move on. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Now, the examples you will see here, I mean, in the first question, independent question, remember, every independent, the word independent always means related to you, okay? So don't confuse, because we are going to have a lot of things called independent integrated. Independent is about you and is different from the integrated. Here, it matters what you think. How do you say your words? How do you express your words? And integrated, they don't care about what you think. They don't care about your opinion. They care about how much information you can understand, you can express from the reading and from the listening. Yeah, so here, independent, about you. So because it's about you, the examples are personal in the first person. And usually because they are experienced, we use past or even past perfect, present perfect, depending what you're saying. Remember, that is like saying, I went to the beach. I went to the beach the last month. You're being specific, the day and the place. Last month, we have to use time expression. Or saying, I have gone to the beach. I have gone to the beautiful beach that is close to my place and this and that. You're expressing that once in your lifetime, you have gone to the beach. You don't mention when. Okay, so you have to be careful how to introduce your stuff. When you are giving general examples, remember, use conditionals, the facts you introduce, how to say it, remember they are in present. I heat the water boils, etc. The one you have to introduce. Okay. This question or this task has a template. That is this one. This is easy. We could say this a little elaborated, where we can do it easier. Now, the first part that you have to see is how to introduce the context. Comes in the introduction. In the start, and this is important. This is a template, but it's not mandatory that you have to use it. Okay, or you have to use exactly the same words. I mean, you can change the words. Instead of first, you can say something else. Instead of in addition, say something else. The important thing is that you can use the structure of the template. Okay, so you could start saying, I definitely think that Taco Bell is the worst tacos I have ever tried. No, something. I have never tried, but I'm sorry. First, and then you introduce your idea. No, first, last year I went to the USA to visit my grandparents. I see these tacos, and a good example is when we went to the mall and nobody was in the store, and you start explaining things. Okay. Oh, but you can see it says introduce your first argument, detail it a little more, just a little, and tell the story for your example. If you take too much time, only one, try to be very detailed. I mean, having all experience and all that. If not, introduce another one. Okay, so you can introduce 2 examples. Okay, it is good, it is better if you can introduce 2 or even 3 examples, but the time is not enough for 3 examples. So the average is to introduce in 2 examples. So you have, in addition, introduce your second argument, explain a little more. For instance, exemplify with a short story. And you have the intro, the body, and if you have time at the end, introduce a conclusion. As I told you, and for those reasons, I don't know, for that reason, trees are green. I don't know. You introduce, but only with that, because you introduce the conclusion. Don't say more, or if you have to use more time because you didn't explain a lot of things in here. I don't think so, because normally it takes more when you're explaining. But if you explain very short your examples, and at the end you have, I don't know, 5 seconds, 10 seconds left, introduce a conclusion, and then you can use a few seconds there. Okay, so this is an example. Again, you can change those connectors. You can modify as you wish. The only thing is we recommend use the structure. Okay, that's the way to say it. Now, let's practice a little bit. Here, the first one, we won't have time and anything. We only practice. I want to listen 2 or 3 of you. And it says, if friends from another country were going to spend time in your country, what city or place would you suggest they visit? Using details and examples, explain why. Okay. So tell me when you're ready, or I will give you 1 minute to prepare your answer. Focus on this. Is the prompt. What do you prefer? Seeing this or seeing the prompt, the template?
The template, I think we should.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll give you, I don't know what. Let's see, the 45 seconds to prepare only the first time, okay? The next, we're going to do in the correct way. 45 or 46 seconds and prepare your answer. Remember, only take few notes and then I'm gonna ask some of you to give their speech, okay? Prepare. There you go. Okay. So let's listen to Carla Andrea. Carla Andrea is going to speak. 45 seconds. Ready?
Yes, teacher, I'm ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Well, first, I definitely choose the table car because if you take this transportation, you can see a lot of beautiful views. For example, when you take this, you can see the Illimani mountain, and you see a lot of buildings, people. It's amazing for the tourists visit the table car. In conclusion, it's one place that you didn't forget to visit.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, in this case, the prompt. Country we're going to spend, country, what is place, city? Okay, can you tell me what is the place? I didn't understand the place.
Well, the place is table car.
Table car. That is the
Yes.
name.
Yes, is teleférico, something like that.
Okay, it's
You understand?
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Nice, very nice, thank you. So in this case, she introduces that plays the table car, okay, and introducing. I like it. Okay, it's nice. It's complete. Just at the end, well, you see, you didn't have enough time to finish the idea, so maybe that is a little trouble. Okay, now let's compare with Belén. Belén Isabel, you have 45 seconds also. And you ready?
No. I'm not ready, but I'm gonna go for it.
What?
I'm not ready, but I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, go for it.
Mm,
35 seconds.
Oh, wait. I didn't hear quite well. Do I have to follow the sentences that are already on the screen?
It's a recommendation. If you can use your own, do it. This is a template that you can use. If you don't want to use it, it is okay. But at least try to complete all the examples. Yeah. So ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I definitely think that I'll go for the uni. Hello?
Yes, continue.
Yeah, I can hear. Okay, I'll definitely go for Uyuni because I think I think that it's a beautiful place where you can many people compare it to a mirror. It's a salty desert, and many people goes there not only to see the mirror effect that it has, but it also goes because of the cemetery of trains.
Nice. Okay. Now here the thing is that you spend 15 seconds when you thought that I didn't listen to you, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice, very nice. Now one thing that could be even better is mentioning that this place that you Uyumi, something like that. The last time
Yeah.
you were there, what did you see?
For an exam.
What?
And what city is placed, right?
Yeah, or just focus on the last time I went there. I see this. I was with
I didn't go
this
there,
people.
that's why.
You didn't go? You have never gone?
No.
As this is what I said. It doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter, but make it real.
Make it up.
It's like,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
I remember the last time I went. Just
It's
imagine,
so
just
beautiful.
pretend you know that this place exists and how it is, what activities are there. So the
Okay.
last time I went there, I see this, I was with these people, I was doing this, etc. It doesn't matter if it's real or not, but you can use it as example. It's a real good example, yes, because you can say an experience. Imagine your experience, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Now, one volunteer who wants to try.
Me?
Okay,
Mister?
go, Tanya. You have 45 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Although in my country there are many different cities, beautiful and interesting cities, I would definitely suggest to you to visit Uyuni. Uyuni is a desert of salt with approximately 10,000 kilometers of salt. And there you can find not only like that desert, but also vegetation, different landscapes under a cold climate. And if you wanna something different and strange, maybe Uyuni is the best place to visit.
amazing. You work in a tourist service, right?
Not really, miss. But
Okay,
I know the place. That's why.
that's good. That's good. Now, here, remember, in this section, that's what you did is like saying, this is important because of this. You can see this like a tourist guide. Now, remember, I won't say this like and make you do it because it also depends on you. What you did, it's good. Yes, you're explaining and you are recommending because here the important part is saying that what you suggest, okay, details and examples. And here you focus only on the details, okay? So maybe you don't get the complete amount of points in this part because you didn't explain the examples, okay? So I'm not saying like what you said is not correct or you lose a lot of points, no, but you could gain more points if you also give example. As I told you to Carla, yes, right? As I told to Carla, um, you can explain realistic things, you know, something real like that you're saying is beautiful because of the vegetation, and you can see this. Like the other day, I found this rare flower, something like that, no, and something that you did. Again, even though it's not true, but you can say that. The thing is that you need to introduce some experience. It is a little important that you need to mention this experience. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Now it's not like mandatory, but is recommendable. Okay. It's not like, yeah, your teacher is crazy. It's not like mandatory to use experiences. It is not mandatory because nobody says like, do it like this. And when you do like that, it stops sounding like natural. It starts sounding like memorization. So no, I would say it's a recommendation that you can use this and you can introduce these kind of examples. And maybe you will get better examples and more things to say. Okay, that's why I recommend that. Now let's change the prompt. By the way, these are called prompts. Yeah, the prompts are the directions, the instructions. So now in this next prompt says, some people enjoy taking risks and trying new things. Others are not adventurous. They are cautious and prefer to avoid danger. Which behavior do you think is better? Explain why. Once again, 40 seconds to prepare, and then some of you are going to speak. Okay, here we go. Prepare your answer. Okay. Now for this time, we are going to listen to Alejandra Popela. Ready?
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay. Great.
45 seconds and 1, 2, 3.
Well, I think it's better to, well, in my opinion, it's better to take risks because I think that a person that takes more risk in life and he has is a person that is how to call it sorry. Oops,
Okay.
time
Okay.
is gone.
What happened? Get stuck.
Sorry, teacher, I can't hear you.
You cannot hear me? Can you hear me now?
No. I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
I can
Now,
hear you.
somebody?
Yes,
You
I
can
can
hear me?
hear you.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, so maybe Alejandra has little problems. Okay.
She's having
Now
problems with her
here,
phone.
she had what?
She's having problems with her phone.
Yeah. Yeah, we can listen it. Okay, what do you think about? In this part, she got stuck in the beginning, maybe because she's a little stressed or confused, maybe, I don't know. I remember something that she did is that she fixed a statement she mentioned, but she asked, how do you say? She's like, how do you say it? This part. Yes, you could ask, you can, well, not ask, but you can introduce, you can try to find a word, but there are some signal words to introduce it. Like, what I mean is this and that. Now, to put this in another word, I've explained this and this and that. Okay, but you need to keep talking and explaining those things without showing that you are stuck. Okay, so this is something that you need to practice. Okay, so maybe you can do it by yourself. Again, do it. Sounds like cliche. Record yourself, speak in front of a mirror, all those things. Listen to music, watch videos in English, all those things, all those recommendations that we listen everywhere actually works. Yeah, but the thing is that you need to be straight with your practicing so you can improve that way. Now let's listen to Alejandra Carazas. Okay. 45 seconds on the clock. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So I think it's better if we take a risk because at the end of the day, we only live once. But at the same time, I think that we have to be we have to measure the things that we do. Not all the time we have the opportunity to enjoy the things, enjoy like the things that we can take a risk. So I definitely think that it's better to take risk. Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice. Now, what I would change, or maybe the ones, no, it was good. It was okay.
Mr.
Oh.
I have a question, sorry.
Tell me.
Richard. When the question says, which behavior do you think is better? Do we have to choose just one option?
Yeah, to your position.
Okay, I cannot say, for example, that taking risks, or it depends on the person or something like that, on the kind of person you are.
Like nobody or not all of them choose being adventurous. Some other prefer like being cautious. The thing is that how to introduce your position. If your question is, I need to say, I prefer this and I don't like this, it's not necessary. Okay. Yes, you can introduce your context like that. I like in the question says, which behavior do you think is better? No, this is the question. Do you think is better? And you can start saying, I think that being cautious is better for this and that and that. For these next reasons. First, this and this and that. Second, this and this and that. You can start in that way. Or also starting without saying exactly my position is this. No? Only with your examples, you demonstrate that what is your position. No?
Okay.
It's like Alejandra was saying, no, being with friends, doing this and doing that, we understand that she supports to take risk, no, in a way. So in the context about all what she was saying, we understand her position. It's into the statement. But yeah, also you can introduce your position like saying it. Like, my position is this. Or I think that this is better. In that way, also you can do it.
Okay, thank you.
One last participant, one volunteer. Who says me wants to try it? Come on, don't fight. Nobody? Come on. Actually, tomorrow you're going to practice a little more. So,
Can I go?
yes, of course. Thank you. 45 seconds in the clock. One. I also, at the time of the TOEFL, you won't listen like, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. No. It's like, click on it, boom, start counting the clock. It won't say, are you ready? No. Just wait a second. No. It's like the prompt, listen the direction, read the prompt, and boom, start counting the clock. So it's going like that. Okay. So you should be ready like fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go.
In my personal opinion, I believe that taking risks are better than not taking them, because many of our life greatest achievements require going outside of our comfort zone. Yeah, that's it.
Come on.
I don't know.
25 seconds.
However, many of us have difficult times dealing with the risking thing.
Oh, you have a British accent. That is nice.
Thank you.
You practice British accent?
I was in England 5 years, so that's why.
That you had a British accent. It's
Yeah.
notable. Sounds cool.
Thanks.
Now, 20 seconds. You did 25 seconds in this part. So you need to reach at least Like the minimum 35, but it's not that good. You need to reach at least 40 or the 45 seconds. Okay,
Okay. Okay, thanks.
now you need to do that. Okay, so do you have any questions so far?
No.
Questions?
No,
Please answer this little survey that shows up your screen. And if you don't have any question, I appreciate. Yes, Samir.
sorry. Would you recommend us any movie or something we can maybe watch to maybe catch up more words?
To learn words.
Yeah.
There are. Well, the thing is, for now, if you want to focus only in the TOEFL, watch YouTube videos related to IBT TOEFL. In some examples, some practices. That is more that is more accurate to the topic that we are talking. I mean, you learn more advanced words practicing the topic we're doing, like IBT practices, instead of just watching movies. It's watching movies you learn, you can learn obviously. But if you start practicing directly to this type of tasks, you will get, or you will be focused on this, and then you get knowledge or words related to these topics. Yeah. So maybe when you finish the course and you take the TOEFL and you want to improve more, go ahead, watch movies and start. But I don't know. I like the, what's the name of this? The orange machine or something like that.
I thought it was like the orange, it's the new black.
I don't know. No, I haven't seen that. No, the Orange Machine or something like that. It's very old movie. It is British. It's nice, but yeah, you need to focus the type of vocabulary. Also, the historic movies are good, according to learn advanced words in that. Okay. Now, if you want to learn gangsta vocabulary, watch
Already,
American
already
movie.
know that.
Okay, so depends on your taste. You can search on Netflix or whatever, so you can watch them. But I recommend to watch some videos practices, or also you can practice with the channel and YouTube channel this we are doing, and you can do it again. Maybe the practice for tomorrow, etc. You can do it again, and you continue practicing. Depend on you. Okay. So
Thank you.
thank you. See you next class, and have a nice and beautiful evening or night. See you next. Bye-bye.